Perfect. All right, so I think everyone can hear me. So my name is Fallon, and I'm a business leader with Shaklee. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my story in a little bit, but I'm going to share my screen here and we will get started on the presentation. One second here. Gotta find my mouse, sorry. Why is it not showing me a share screen option? Edit. Oh, start share. There we go. And we'll start the presentation. As soon as it starts, perfect. So I wanted to welcome everyone here and just share a little bit about Shaklee, what it is we do, and how we can help you be an advocate for your health. And so you were invited here by Shelley tonight or this afternoon. And we want to thank you, obviously, for taking time out of your busy day to attend. And hopefully you learned something new. And we'll kind of go through our stories a little bit. We'll share a bunch of product info, and then we'll give you a chance at the end to ask questions. So why does our health matter? So at the end of the day, when you think about it, your health is all you have. And so your future, I love this quote by Dr. Shaklee. And if you're wondering where Shaklee got the name, that's where it's from. But your future life will be exactly what you decide to make it. And so when we think about our health, we're given this one life, this one body. And it's up to us to show it love, treat it with respect, and make healthy decisions. And so at the end of the day, it is all that we have. And so you may have big dreams and goals and wishes and whatnot, but if you don't take care of your health, there's going to be nothing left at the end. And so at the end of the day, our health is the most important thing in our lives that we can make a priority. So we'll share a little bit about our stories. So as I said, my name is Fallon and I'm a business leader with Shaklee. And I have a background actually in aviation. I manage the Calgary International Airport, the operations for the airport. And so why are you a health and wellness coach? And so this can be a question I often get asked. My interest in health and fitness probably started in my teens when I had a very poor body image. And at the time, I started with a focus of weight loss. And we're all given these visuals of what you're supposed to look like. And I just always felt uncomfortable in my own skin and felt uncomfortable with my weight. And so when I was in my adult years, I tried probably everything you could to lose weight. And at the end of the day, it wasn't until I found a more wholesome approach that fuels your body with real foods that I finally got the results that I had literally been looking for probably 20 years. And so when I was pregnant a few years ago, I have a 2.5-year-old son. When I was pregnant with him, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. And it was at that time that I realized how much of an impact your food has on your health. And although I couldn't control having gestational diabetes, I could control the outcome. And I was fortunate enough to be able to control that just with nutrition alone. So I did not need to medicate. And then when I was pregnant, my father was also diagnosed suddenly with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And we were given 5 weeks left of his life with him. He did not, unfortunately, get to meet my son, and that would have been his only grandchild. And it was around that time where I realized my passion for health and wellness. And somebody's life was taken from them way too early on in their life. And it just made me realize that I needed to share what I had learned about health and how nutrition is so important and how your environment and what you put on your skin is so important, that I started pursuing a business in health and wellness. And that's what kind of led me to where we are here today. When I first was introduced to Shaklee, I had never heard of it. And considering how long it's been around for over 50 years. But it was at, it's one of those things where we like to call it the best kept secret. And some people have heard of it and have used it for years. And then there's a lot of people that haven't. And so once I learned more about the products and just what the research and the development that goes into everything, I just couldn't help but share it with others. And that's kind of what brought us all here together today. So, Ashley, did you want to share a little bit about your story? Oops, sorry.
Sure. So my name's Ashley Bourne. I
You.
There we go.
I should have shared my face. I'm sorry.
um, and I have been with Shaklee for 5 months now. I'm also a business leader. Fallon and I kind of started the journey together and have been partnering with it and just absolutely love it. But my health and wellness journey kind of started back in high school, really in college. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, really struggling with weight gain and not being able to lose the weight, and just really didn't feel good. And found out I had hypothyroidism and went down this road of lots of dieting and yo-yo diets, and went on this roller coaster of losing the weight, gaining it back, losing the weight, gaining it back, struggling, really struggling with my self-image as well. And it basically started an eating disorder. And so I just went for years like that because I was so miserable in my skin and just wasn't feeling good. And I was dieting, which I thought was healthy, but realized I was extremely unhealthy actually. And so I struggled with that for a long time. And then I found health coaching and kind of jumped into it. It helped me get out of that eating disorder phase. It helped me start to love my body, worked on my mindset, things like that. And I was like, I want to help other people with this too. I want to help people realize that it's not about diets, it's not about weight, it's about health and long term living and things like that. And if I was able to get out of the phase that I was in, I wanted to be able to help people do the same thing and help people with their weight loss. And so that's kind of how my passion started for health and wellness. And I also went through some similar things like Fallon. And one of the things, the reason we connected, which is so cool, is we met on Instagram and we connected so well because my dad was also diagnosed with cancer while I was pregnant and passed away a few weeks before my daughter was born as well. And so I love that piece because that's why Fallon and I connected. And here we are today, like what, almost 3 years later. And although it was a really hard time, it brought out so much more passion for me as well with health and wellness. My kind of the theme from my dad was before it's too late. He was also too young in my eyes. Like I had been trying for years to help him with his health and trying to get him to lose some weight and just feel better and things. And he couldn't do it. And it was a struggle. And at the end, about 2 weeks before he passed, he said, okay, I'm ready to listen now. I want to go back. Like, what can I do for my health? And I couldn't say it, but I knew it was too late. And so from then on, I was like, I will help as many people as I can take action before it's too late and be here and control the things we can control so that we can be here for our family and our loved ones as long as possible. And so that passion just deepened with that. I also lost my grandma while I was pregnant as well. And again, just added to that. And like, it just is my lifelong goal now is to help people with their health and wellness and realize like how much it matters. And we can't control everything, but we can control the little things and the daily actions that we take. And so that's why I do what I do, is to help people. And I know it's so hard. I tried 1,000 diets. And so I want to help people figure out, make it simple, figure it out, make it personalized, because we're all so different. And that's why I absolutely love what we do. And that's what led me to Shaklee. And I just have continued to learn more and more. And as I was learning about all these other things, it's not just working out, it's not just nutrition, although those things are important. It's also what you're putting around your body and what's in your environment, what you're putting on your skin. And as I continue to learn, I would continue to share these things. And I was kind of doing this shopping all over the place, like 17 different stores, and I would get my vitamins here and here and here, and I didn't really know if they were that good, but somebody else said, yep, they're great, so I would order them, and then I would end up ordering from all these places. And I found Shaklee and fell in love because I could get everything in one shop. and it was from my own store basically, and I could share it with others and build a business with it, and I didn't have to go searching all these different places, and I knew the quality and the integrity of the company, and that's what's really, really important to me as well. So that's kind of what led me to where we are today, I guess.
Love the
Perfect.
story.
Katie, you're up.
I am Katie, and I live like about an hour and a half outside of Chicago, so where it's very cold. So I was introduced to Shaklee almost 9 years ago. So it's really neat to be able to say that I've been using the products for almost a decade, and very thankful. I was struggling with some health challenges, allergies, digestion, struggling to lose weight. And have a history also of anxiety and things like that. And what I have loved about my journey over the last little less than 9 years, is that what Shaklee allows us is that I look at it as like this box of like tools that we have in our toolbox, that like when my kid has a stomach ache, or when we need to boost our immune system, or when we have a headache, or when we have different things, instead of putting a band-aid on it, we can get to the root issue of, well, why do I have allergies? Why am I struggling with digestion? Why am I struggling to lose weight? And so it's just really opened up our eyes as a family, and I don't feel as a mom as helpless as I once did. That when I'm feeling stressed or overwhelmed, I can reach for something called stress relief complex to help calm and relax me. Or when I need an energy boost, I can go towards some of the things that we have. But then also, I love that, as Ashley talked about, just being able to switch and ditch to safer products has made such a big difference in our family's health. So much so that I remember shortly after joining Shaklee, I went to go use my health savings card, for health needs. And they declined it because they said, well, you haven't used this in so long. And it's just a testament that when we work on that prevention, it saves us so much down the road, from medical visits and doctor's appointments and prescription medications and all of those things. So it just opened up my eyes to prevention and this holistic one-stop wellness shop and a natural medicine cabinet that I've been so thankful to share with others, and that I don't have to feel helpless anymore when our family has something come up with their health, which does happen from time to time.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to start sharing my screen again. Sorry, the Zoom thing is a challenge for me today. And Katie's going to share about the history
Yes.
of the company.
So Dr. Shaklee actually helped create the very first multivitamin over 100 years ago. So when it comes to the wellness industry, Shaklee has really led the way. So you can see here some of the examples. We were the first company to become climate neutral. So we offset all of our carbon emission, which is really awesome. First company to create our basic H cleaner. So we were green before. Now green is very trendy. We were green way before then, which is awesome. So we were the first to do many things. We were the first company to recently do something called meology, or personalized health, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But I just love knowing that we've really led the way when it comes to working on feeling well and prevention. Shaklee also does more testing than any other company that I am aware of. So they make sure that their products are always safe, that they always work. And that's really important, because often you'll find a green company that has products that are safe, but they don't necessarily work. Or you'll have products that work really well, but they're not necessarily safe. And so I love that it's the best of both worlds, combining science with nature and doing a lot of clinical research and data to prove that the products work, not just now, but long term as well. So one of those studies is actually called the Landmark study. This was done by the UC Berkeley, and they looked at people who used Shaklee supplements, people who used no supplements, and people who used other supplements. And they found that Shaklee users had overall better health. So this proves to me this. So again, this is UC Berkeley that did this, This proves to me that when you use the products long term, you're going to have overall better key biomarkers in your health. For example, lower inflammation, C-reactive protein, 59% lower inflammation. Inflammation is huge because that's what leads to all disease. You're going to have lower risk of cholesterol, triglyceride, brain health, which is really important. We also have a lower rate of telomere shortening. So the end caps of our chromosomes are called telomeres. And as we age, those begin to get shorter. And what's really neat is that an 80-year-old Shaklee user is projected to have the same telomere length as a 41-year-old non-supplement user. So we have all, and that was done also Dr. Blackburn, who's a Nobel Prize winner, really has worked a lot with Shaklee and promotes Shaklee. So it's really nice knowing that we have so many people that use the products, love the products, and really back the products by what they do. And they're always guaranteed, which is awesome because you can try something and if you don't like it, you can get a full refund, but we are confident that you're going to love them. But I just encourage you, give the products a try. Give our Prove It Meology Challenge a try for 30 days, and we guarantee that you're going to feel better. And what other products can say that? That you're going to guarantee to feel better or your money back. And so that's the guarantee we can have with Shaklee.
Okay. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I can't tell if I'm muted. Okay.
Yep.
Apparently, I'm not very good at this. All right. So what started with a multivitamin 60 years ago, like Katie said, has now turned into a one-stop wellness shop. And as Ashley alluded in her story, it's amazing that a company that's so researched and tested and guaranteed offers such a variety of products with that same research, that same guarantee. And so next I'm going to talk about our Prove It Challenge that Katie talked about. And so the Prove It Challenge is a researched and scientifically based program that is proven to help you feel good in 30 days, guaranteed. Some of the results are clearer skin, better sleep. Weight loss is definitely a side effect because what it focuses on is our foundational health. And so you combine nutrition with high quality supplementation, and our bodies will respond in an amazing way. And I'm sure when we give Shelley an opportunity to share her Shaklee journey, she'll talk about the Prove It Challenge because that's how she and her husband got started as well. And so it involves a 7-day cleanse, days 1 to 7. And we'll talk a little bit more about the cleanse in detail a little bit later, as well as the strip and shake, which is a vitamin strip and a shake for the following days 8 to 30. So once the parents or the adults have accepted the Prove It Challenge, it's also very important that we get our kids healthy. And personally, as someone who has a 2.5-year-old, I think we can all agree that kids don't always eat the highest quality diet. Right now, his favorites are spaghetti, chicken nuggets, noodles or nanos, like he called them, basically anything white. Nothing green, nothing red, no nutrition. And so the one thing for me that gives me a peace of mind is he will always choose his vitamins first before anything else I put on his plate. And so I know even if all he eats is spaghetti for the day, he's still getting some nutrition. And so we have options for the younger kids, which involve all chewable options, as well as the older kids who are able to swallow vitamins, as well as adding in that shake for the much needed protein. All right, so we also cover the athletes or the wannabe athletes. And so we have an entire athletic line, which involves a pre-workout energize supplement, a hydration, which is like a healthy Gatorade, and then your protein shakes to build and recover from your workouts. And what's really cool about our athletic line is we actually have Olympic athletes that have come to Shaklee to use our products and represent Shaklee because our products are so tested. They're actually suitable for an Olympic athlete. So they pass all the studies. They don't have any questionable ingredients, which to me is so cool that those athletes will seek us out. and we don't even have to go to them to offer sponsorships. So that's pretty good testament to the quality of our products. So why do we need to supplement? Can't we just eat a balanced diet? This is something that a lot of people will say, especially someone who doesn't take vitamins regularly. But what's crazy to understand is that supplementation, our nutrition is not as good as it used to be. So what one bite of food, say 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, we now have to take 4 to 5 bites of that same food to get the same quality. So our farming practices are for volume, not for nutrition any longer. And so that's why it's key that even if you eat a healthy diet, that you supplement to fill in those nutritional gaps. And so one of my favorite ways to do that is with this vitalizer strip. And like I talked about with the Prove It Challenge, it is one of the key supplements that comes with that program. If you just look at this slide, this is all of the nutrition that's in that one little strip. And so it's crazy to me because there is no way I could eat all that food in one day, let alone a month even. And I get that every day just by taking that one little convenient package of nutrition. So one thing that's also incredible and which is really important with supplementation is a lot of vitamin companies, especially the ones you can buy in the store, end up getting found at the end in septic tanks, undigested, and they just pass through your body. They don't dissolve, they don't absorb, and you are literally just flushing your money down the drain. The one thing with Shaklee that's incredible is their technology that they have researched and patented that makes sure that all of the vitamins not only digest fully, but actually digest where your body needs it the most. So the multivitamin digests in the stomach, which is where you're going to get the most absorption of your folic acid. The vitamin B's and C's need a sustained release through your small intestine. So that gives you energy over 12 hours instead of a burst of energy if it just digests all at once. The omegas, which we now have a vegan omega, which just released, which is really cool because a lot of people don't like that fishy aftertaste. It does, you don't have it with this, but if you don't like it, you can also switch to the vegan. That digests in the upper intestine. And then the probiotic, that's going to go right to your lower intestine where you need that microflora. So that's pretty cool because no other vitamin company out there that I'm aware of puts this type of research and technology into their supplements. So like I had mentioned earlier, we offer nutrition needs, or we cover nutrition needs at every stage. So everything from child to adult to elderly, and it's customized based on that. So it's not just a one-stop shop. It's not just take this vitamin for the rest of your life. No, it's customized based on your age, your nutrition gaps. And what's even cooler is we actually have now released in Canada, as of tomorrow, even more customized meology. And I'm going to turn that over to Ashley to talk about.
Yeah, so this has been an incredible tool and just absolutely amazing. So we have had meology in the US since September. And I can say that since switching from what I was taking before, which was very one size fits all, to switching to this meology that's very personalized, you take a assessment. It takes a couple minutes, and it'll ask you like health history questions about your goals and things like that. And it does like, is it 110 million cross references of some sort to figure out exactly which ones you need, and it recommends for you. And so you're taking things that are meant for you based on what's going on with you and what your goals are, not the one size fits all thing that everyone else is taking. And so since switching to that, I have noticed a huge difference just in like cravings and energy and just feel all over better. I have a lot of health issues, hypothyroidism, like I talked about, Hashimoto's, PCOS, things like that. And I had been doing these vitamins for a while, and I went and did a big old blood panel and with a kind of a naturopathic doctor, and we went over the results, and she's like, you have this, this, and this. And I was like, how do I have so many issues? But I honestly feel better than I've ever felt in my life. I have more energy. It wasn't a struggle to get up the stairs anymore. If you've ever had hypothyroidism, you know what that's like, where your muscles literally ache after you go up the stairs. I wasn't needing naps all day, every day. I wasn't exhausted, and I wasn't addicted to caffeine anymore and needing it in the morning right away, like all these things. And she's like, it's because of the supplements you've been taking, and it's because they're good quality and they're what you need. And so we actually talked about that. And so I am a huge believer in this, and especially that personalized piece and just getting what you need and not what someone else needs. And so, yeah, there are a couple slides there. It's very simple. They're cute little packets. You take the assessment, it's going to tell you what you need, and you can retake it every month if you wanted to, if you wanted to switch up your goals, things like that. It's 100% money back guarantee. And I love it because it's these cute little packets. You can take them with you. So it's simple. I know health and wellness and like getting started on a journey can seem very overwhelming and scary at times, but this makes it so simple. It's like, take one little packet every single day. You can take it with you in your pocket. You can take it at work, whatever. And then with the Prove It challenge mixed in with that, take a shake a day. And these two things together are going to be very simple things that are very sustainable and will have you feeling very, very good, like I have been. And I know a lot of our people that have switched over to this have felt amazing as well.
Perfect.
Anything else you want to share on that?
Yeah, no, that's great. That's perfect. And like I said, this is something that's brand new to Canada. It doesn't release until tomorrow. So I will be up early ready to order mine, because I've been very jealous of all the girls down south that get access to it. And so next, we're going to talk a little bit about, let me just see here. Sorry, what's next? We're going to talk about the healthy weight. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back here. I don't know how to go. There we go. So as I mentioned, in terms of the healthy weight program, so we have the Prove It challenge, which yes, losing weight is a side effect of that, but it's not the main goal. The Prove It challenge is a general reset, which starts with a healthy cleanse that allows you to improve your gut health and detoxify your system in 7 days. Now, when I say the word cleanse, a lot of people will often cringe because they either think you're starving yourself, that you're going to be running to the bathroom all the time, you're going to only be drinking juice. And yeah, traditionally, that's what cleanses were, but that's not healthy. That's not treating your body with the love it deserves. And so this cleanse, you're going to have a hard time eating enough, because it wants you to eat every 2 hours, fresh fruits and veggies, and you are full constantly. You aren't running to the bathroom because it is a gentle cleanse. And so it helps detoxify your system, but you probably won't even see a difference in your bathroom movements unless you are someone who had been struggling in that area. You might see it resume to once a day. And the great thing about this is because it focuses on produce and natural foods, it really teaches your body how to feel good. So that's where you're going to improve your focus, your energy, your mood, and you're just going to feel like good. And it's so hard to describe to people, but there's no bloating, you have more energy, your cravings are reduced. And so that is the 7-day cleanse that does come with the Prove It challenge. You can also get it separately if you don't want the whole package. So let's talk about diets a little bit, since we are talking about healthy weight. And we all seem to have a general story around weight loss and dieting, and it seems to be something that at some point in our lives we've all struggled with. So the reason why diets fail is because we often lose muscle and fat when we restrict our calories, because our body doesn't have enough calories to sustain the muscle that our body has. And in turn, that reduces our metabolism. So when you reduce your metabolism, you're then increasing your chance of gaining the weight when you resume your normal eating. And so this leads to that vicious cycle of diet, getting your results, falling off track, regaining, and repeating. What the Prove It challenge does, and the Shaklee 180 program, the Life Shake that you supplement with, has leucine. And this is a really cool study, because so many people focus on that number on the scale, but at the end of the day, what you weigh doesn't matter. it's your body composition. And if you look on the image on the right, that's someone who has supplemented with leucine, which loses most of their fat, whereas the person on the left who weighs the same lost half their muscle as well as the weight loss. So they might weigh the same, but they lost a lot of their muscle and slowed their metabolism down. So this, you might recognize some of us here. This is our results from the Prove It Challenge. And I believe, Katie, you've lost 37 pounds total.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And I think like Ashley and I are about 10 to 15 pounds each. And even the results, my friend down in the middle there, her results, that was just from the 1 week cleanse, and that all that inflammation from her body, it's just incredible. So these are just some of the results from that challenge. So now we're going to move on to skincare. So like we talked about, it's important that you care about what you put in your body, but it's also important what you put on your body. And I will let Katie lead this one.
Yeah, so I absolutely love our youth line, anti-aging youth line. What I love about it is that 100% of women were able to have clinically proven younger skin, and 2/3 of them were actually able to shift the age of their skin age to the previous decade, which is pretty amazing. And so as you think about your skin age, you think about wrinkles, pore sizes, skin texture, skin tone, radiance, firmness, sagging, all of those things. So as we get older, it's really important to protect your skin, hydrate your skin. That anti-aging is really important as well. But I also love that it's going to give you wonderful results, and each of those bottles lasts you a really long time. So it's very affordable. I hardly ever have to buy them because each of those jars lasts quite a while. It's 100% vegan. It's cruelty free. It's gluten free, which I know is important. It's great for sensitive skin. It's also ophthalmologist tested. I have very sensitive skin, and it works really well on sensitive skin. And then, as you can see on that list, it's free from over 2,500 ingredients. So we have the longest list of free from products, or sorry, free from ingredients that I'm aware of. You can actually go to shaklee.com to see the full comprehensive list. But just know that when you're using it, you're going to use it, and it's going to be safe, proven to be safe, and it's going to work on your skin, which I think is really important, especially because our skin is our largest organ, and we absorb into our skin what we put on it. And so it's really important. I love our BB cream. This is our beauty balm, especially as we head into spring and summer. I just recently went to the dermatologist, and she said, you need to make sure that you are wearing sunscreen every single day, whether that's from your AM moisturizer, which we have, or through our BB cream, which has SPF 30 in it. It evens, corrects, hydrates, and nourishes. And so it's going to help your skin. It works really well. And then we also have a mascara that helps lengthen and strengthen your lashes. And so again, as Ashley talked about, that one-stop wellness shop, I encourage you to also try the youth line. You're going to find that it's the best anti-aging line that you've ever used before. And you're going to love it. And it also helps a lot with our hydration, which in these winter months has been really helpful as well.
For sure. Thank you, Katie. All right. So last but not least is the healthy home. And so one part of my story that I didn't actually share, I'm sorry, I feel like I have a long story, but I suffered from infertility for over 3 years. And I had 2 miscarriages before we were able to successfully conceive my son. And when I was struggling with my infertility, I met with my naturopathic doctor, and she asked me a lot of questions. And some of those questions were, what are you putting on your skin? And what cleaning products are you using in your home? And what we don't realize is how many harmful chemicals are in our products that not only cause cancer, they can cause infertility, they can cause allergies. And what's really cool about the products that Shaklee has is they were green and safe before that was even a thing. And so I know if you go to the supermarket, and you see like free of and free and clear, and like I think even Tide has like a green line. That's great, but at the same time, there's no one holding them accountable to the other ingredients. And before I was introduced to Shaklee, I struggled to find a cleaning line that was not only effective, but that was actually affordable. And so when we talk about the impacts of the chemicals in our cleaners, this study just blows my mind. And so what they did is they actually did a handwriting test on children, on a child, prior to being exposed to the toxins in the cleaners, during the exposure, and then after oxygen was replaced. And you can see how their clear writing does not go so clear or goes really small. And it's just crazy to me to think, as a mom, I like, your kids are crawling on the floor, they're licking every surface they can, and those chemicals are so dangerous for their health. And so it's so important to know what's in your home. And so what's really cool, and like I said, is I struggled to find chemical free cleaners that were actually cost effective, but that work. So this picture at the top, you can replace all of those bottles with those three items. Well, one's an empty cleaner bottle that you fill in, and that replaces all your cleaning products. So the Get Clean line has a starter pack, and basically it will replace more than $3,400 worth of cleaning products. And what's really neat about it, you see that pile of bottles there. So it's a concentrated cleaner. So you get a concentrated bottle, and you're literally using drops to create your Windex. You're literally using like half a milliliter to create your all-purpose cleaner. And so because you're not paying for the water and the bottles that you buy at the store with the cleaner pre-made, you're not only saving money, but you're also saving the environment because you don't have to toss those bottles every time. So you get reusable bottles that you can use. And just like the skincare, like Katie said, where the products last forever, I don't know if I'm ever going to run out of my cleaning products, because I swear my house is clean and it doesn't even look like I've made a dent in my concentrated bottle. So like, yeah, it's just really neat to see. Now, what's also important is that it works. So look at these stains on this shirt. This is the Nature Bright cleaner. My son had an injury, and he had blood stain on a jacket that I really loved, and I just had written it off that it was destroyed. I tried the new cleaners, it came right out. And this is not my picture, this door, but a very similar picture to a white table that my son had. My cleaning lady tried to use the magic eraser on it, and it wouldn't come off. And I was like, oh no, you need to use the scour off. And I didn't even have to scrub. It immediately came off. It takes off things that you wouldn't imagine. Originally started as a stove cleaner, and it actually helps with all of those messes around the house. So not only can you save money, invest in your health, and have really great products that you know are researched and tested and proven, you also have the opportunity to earn some income. And I'll turn it over to Katie to talk about that.
Yeah, so this is actually my favorite thing to talk about, because the products are amazing. They're going to help your health. But what Shaklee also can allow your family is the opportunity to earn some additional income from home. And if there's anything that we've learned over the last year, it's that how important it is to have an additional stream of income, because we don't know what could potentially happen to our jobs. I used to be a teacher, and what I have loved about this business opportunity is that it's flexible. I can do it in the nooks and crannies of my day. It allows our family to travel all throughout the world. We've been able to go on 12 if we were traveling right now, trips around the world. And I've been able to more than replace my former income as a teacher, working way less hours. But the best part is that you get a community to support you, and you have a company in which you can stand behind products that you know will make a difference for other people. And whether you have a goal of simply just earning your products for free or at a discount, or if you have a bigger goal of being able to replace an income, we can help you with whatever goal you have. What I love about Shaklee too is that it provides a long-term business model. because it works on, or it partners with the fastest growing product categories. So those are the beauty, anti-aging, green cleaners, healthy weight, nutrition. All of those are important, not just now, but they will be important in years to come. And so that's amazing knowing that you're partnering with a company that's going to grow. Over the last year, Shaklee's grown tremendously. Despite a pandemic that we've been going through, people cut back in different ways, but they don't want to cut back when it comes to their health. And so that's why it provides a long-term sustainable business opportunity for you. So as far as getting started today, there are actually 3 ways that you can get started. If you want to get started, one of our best ways that we recommend is with that Meology Prove It Challenge, where you can use the products. And like I said, they have that guarantee that you're going to love them. Or perhaps you want to begin to share and earn some of that additional income or get some discount on your products. You can share those with your friend and we can share more. Or if you're interested in learning more about joining this community of encouraging, motivated, like-minded people, we can share that with you as well. And we're so excited for Shelley, and we're so excited as she's launching her business. And so the great thing about this business model is that it takes out the middleman. You know, you go to Target, you go to Walmart, and there's a lot of other places where they put that income, and instead it rewards families who are wanting to help other people make a difference. And I love this quote of do something today that your future self will thank you for. And there's so many times when I think about how true that is when you get started on Shaklee.
Thank you, Katie. And just to wrap up, and we'll give Shelley an opportunity to talk as well. This is just one overview of all of the products and the business opportunity, but we also dive deeper into some bigger topics. So if any of these pop out at you, just reach out to Shelley. We have recordings of previous presentations on these topics and deeper information on these. So these are great resources that are available. And finally, just a couple promos if you are interested in trying some of the products. We do have some really good savings. So there's free shipping on all online orders that ends at the end of the month, as well as if you get started with a $150 order, you will not only get a free membership, which will get you 15% off your products for life, you'll get the free shipping as well as a $50 gift of choice with that order. So some incredible promos that if you are interested, you will want to take advantage of. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm just going to get you to talk, Shelley, and share a little bit about your story before we wrap up and go over any questions that people might have.
Okay, well, as you are all aware, and some of you may not, I found Shaklee online searching for a cleanse for myself and my husband. And so we started with Shaklee on the Prove It Challenge, and both my husband and I felt amazing. We love the product. And of course, when I read about the other different products online, I jumped right into trying all the others, and I got some for my family members who some suffer with anxiety and stress. So they've taken the stress relief supplement. Some of them are just have issues with their brain and mind work. So I've tried the mind works supplement as well, just to see, you know, I want to make sure that what I'm promoting to all of you out there is working, and it is working, and it's wonderful stuff. My green home kit, the Get Clean kit, the starter kit, I absolutely love all of the products. I use them in my laundry room, in my kitchen, in my bathroom. That's all I use now, and that's all I will continue to use. They smell good. There's no harsh chemicals. The youth hydrating skin products, the beauty skin products, they're absolutely amazing. My husband and I have both been using them since I've got started with Shaklee on a daily basis, and we absolutely love them. I've tried, gosh, like yourselves, many of you out there, I've tried so many yo-yo diets, so many skin products to find out what works, and these are nothing like anything out there. They do not have some high amounts of chemicals and smells to them. They're very, very low in fragrance, and if any at all, and they're just wonderful on your skin, and I absolutely love them. I love every product that Shaklee has. And my grandchildren now use all of the immunity for the children, the supplements, the multivitamins for the kids. I get those for them. And that's all we'll be using from this point forward. So, and maybe at some point I'll be like Katie and be able to say I've been using these products for a decade.
And you'll look as young as Katie while doing it. So great. Thank you so much, Shelley. And I think I can speak on behalf of all of us and on behalf of Shelley. Thank you for taking time to listen to this recording, or if you attended live. Did we have any questions? You can put them in the chat, or feel free to ask if you feel comfortable, and we'll actually stop the recording for the questions.